So today, of course, is a very special day, and for dancers, it's particularly special because Lord Shiva is also known as Lord Nataraja, the king of dance. So there are so many dances describing Lord Shiva's dance, and also dancing like Lord Shiva. No way we could ever mimic his dance, but we can try, right? Can you all show how we mimic Lord Shiva's pose? Go ahead, do your best Shiva pose. It takes a lot of practice to even get it like this. And I always tell them, you won't be able to do it quite like Lord Shiva, but you can try your best. Our first item is called the Kalkwams. It's an item of invocation, where we first offer our respects to Lord Ganesha, then to Kartikeya, then to Lord Nataraja himself. And this is a prayer, asking for their blessings to please remove all the obstacles in our bhakti journey. I would like to offer this performance today to my dance guru who just turned 85 years old. And I also want to honor her dance lineage, her gurus, who founded their school, the Rajarajeshwari Bharatanatyam Kala Mandir in Mumbai 80 years ago, in 1945. And this item that we'll be doing right now, it's like a staple item. I call it like the Mangala Charana dance of Bharatanatyam. Because anytime I visit my dance guru, inevitably we perform these Kalpams. I would also like to honor Mother Krishna Priya. I think many of you know that she was last with us here as we celebrated Shivaratri. She was going to the temple to speak on Lord Shiva. She was so excited. She had spent 2 weeks preparing for that class. She loved Lord Shiva so much. And we were very much excited for her to come to our dance performances. One of the items in particular about Gopishwara, she had requested us to do. So I wanted to honor her today. Thank you so much for being here. And so we present the Kalpams. Thank you so much. I'm excited today that we have a whole margam ready for you. So anybody who is familiar with Carnatic music or dance, any of the arts from South India, generally presentations follow a path of dance. So we always start with an invocation, and then we do items that very much focus on what we call pure dance or nritta, and then we get into storytelling. And I was really happy hearing the story from Prabhu about Advaitacharya and basically the fight over like who was going to get the dust of whose feet. Because one of the stories we have coming up actually is about the advent of Ganga. Ganga's coming to earth. And why was Lord Shiva so excited to receive her on his head? Because she had washed the lotus feet of the Lord. So he could always have the dust of the Lord's lotus feet on his head. So I'd like to call the Mukula dancers and the Padma Kosha dancers to the stage. These are our youngest dancers. I used to call them our baby dancers, and I changed their name to Mukula, which means a bud, and Padma Kosha, which means an opening lotus. But I like to still call them our babies. So they've been working very hard on this dance called Om Namah Shivaya. The dance will be focusing on some of the attributes of Lord Shiva, about how he carries Ganga on his head, like I just mentioned. Also how he has a crescent moon on his head. And the very end of it focuses on his dance. Like I said, he is Lord Nataraja, the Lord of Dance. So while we're getting them all situated, See, we had a different group when we did stage rehearsal last week, and then 3 of the dancers couldn't make it today, so we have to reorganize the formation. we generally focus in the very beginning on pure nritta dance. So basically there's no story, there's just the joy of dance. So this dance is called Bharatanatyam. It's also called a malari, and it's not an easy dance. These girls have been working very hard for many, many months to master it, and we were pretty picky. They were, practicing in class, sending us videos, and we teachers were, picking it apart. You need to sit more, you need to look at your hands more, etc., etc., etc. But these are the ones who have pretty close to mastered it, if not mastered it. So we're very excited for them to be here today. We're ready. Bharatanatyam. Good job. Can I now have the Purna Padma class up here? Purna Padma. Purna Padma means a fully blossomed lotus. So some of these girls who are about to do this item are actually working on their Adiyegi rooms. Yeah, I just told you that. Pressure's on, guys. So our next item is a Varnam. Varnams are the most complex and difficult items that we do in Bharatanatyam. And this dance is especially to honor my teacher and her gurus. It's called Danike Varnam. And it's in praise of a devotee of Lord Shiva. So just like Krishna is most happy when we praise his devotees, Lord Shiva is also happy when we praise his devotees. This is actually a recent devotee of Lord Shiva from the 19th century. His name is Shivaji, and not the one of Maharashtra, the one of Tandava. And as Varnams usually are, this one is a love story. I was laughing yesterday, we just had Valentine's Day. So this dance is about what we would call a Rajarshi. A Raja, a king, who is also a sage, who is also a devotee, and who does his service of ruling the kingdom as a servant of Lord Shiva. If only we had more of these in the world today. Now, naturally, many young qualified girls would be attracted to these great Maharajas, which is why they often had many marriages, right? So this one was no exception. And in this Varnam, the friend of a girl who is in love with this great king, Shivaji, servant of Lord Shiva, is approaching him and saying, there's a girl who is in love with you. She is unequaled in all the world, just as you are unequal in all the world, so both of you are a perfect match. And the reason she is attracted to you is because of your mood of worship and service to Lord Shiva. You need to reciprocate with her longing for you, and that's how it ends. It ends with her asking the king to please reciprocate. So, I hope you relish this beautiful Varnam. It's called Danike Varnam. It was my teacher's first Varnam, and she requested actually that we learn this item. She told me it's her favorite Varnam. And so, Danike.
She who pines for you, that girl, has no equal. You alone are her match. Her countenance shines like the moon. as yours blossoms like a lotus. You alone are her equal. Like a drawn bow, her brows arch, as yours arch like a rainbow. Like you, she is incomparable. Like a swan, she floats gracefully. As you, like an elephant amble, only you complement her. Like a fish, her eyes are wide. Beautiful girl that she is. Like a doe, your eyes are large. Only you are right for her. Please show mercy to this poor girl burning with longing, her breath labored, her lips trembling. I take her outside for relief in the fresh, cool breeze, but for her it hisses and spouts fire like a snake. I bring a lovely songbird to her. She feeds it and asks it to sing, but its song tortures her. I lay out a bed for her, sprinkled with rose water. I fan her as she rests upon it, but her burning limbs find no rest. I open the window curtain to show her the full moon, but it only reminds her of you, increasing her agony. I suggest that she eat and bring her tasty dishes, but she finds them distasteful and cannot eat. Please be kind to this poor one suffering in separation. Even the milk I give her sickens her. Oh, respectable one, of great dignity, your sparkling qualities come from Sri Mahadev. By your devoted worship of him, your humility is your greatness, rich in awe-inspiring brilliance. You begin each day with a journey to the temple. On the way, you greet your attendants. As you travel the royal road, you joyfully survey your subjects. And upon arriving at the temple, you offer yourself in worship of Lord Shiva, bathing him in milk, and sprinkling him with flowers, you pray for empowerment in your service as ruler. Drawing your sword, you offer this shining symbol of duty and justice to Sri Mahadeva, praying to wield it on his behalf as his servant. Endowed with wealth, O treasure among men, your greatness is that you see Lord Shiva as your greatest wealth. In a wondrous palace, elaborately decorated with stunning architectural marvels, you reside as Lord Shiva's servant, served by an army with countless horses, elephants, and chariots. For Lord Shiva's pleasure, you enact justice. A connoisseur of the arts, music, and dance, you revel in the praise of Lord Shiva. This is why you are the one for her.
I'm trying to keep up with them. Thank you so much for that beautiful dance. By the way, that was only half of the Burnham. We didn't do the whole thing. So you can just imagine what you saw at the very, very end, where we were basically just going. That's what the rest of it's like. No breaks at all. Well, we're only doing the first half today. Okay. And so now, storytelling at its peak. Ganga Avataranam. And I will let the story speak for itself, and we will begin. Thank you. Can I get someone who knows how to work this system, please? We turned on the TV, but I think it must be connected still or set up to be hooked into a laptop because it's not responding. It's not showing what's on the desktop screen. Does anyone know how to switch it over to the desktop? Oh, wonderful. Divya Gaurang Prabhu Ki Jai! Always comes to the rescue.
Born in the radiant line of the sun. What I tell you is not only the story of my ancestors, but the story of why I stand here, barefoot upon the earth, calling the heavens to listen. Long before my time, my great ancestor King Sagara ruled this land, a king of strength and sacrifice. He performed the sacred Ashwamedha Yajna to establish Dharma throughout the world. But the horse of the sacrifice was stolen, hidden away by Indra, fearful of Sagara's rising glory. My forefathers, 60,000 sons of Sagara, were sent to search for the horse. Powerful, fearless, and proud, they dug through the earth in every direction, tearing open her body in their fury. The trench they carved became the great ocean, still bearing my ancestor's name, Sagara. Deep beneath the earth, in the nether regions, they found the stolen horse lying near a silent sage, Kapila Dev, the supreme being absorbed in meditation. But blinded by arrogance, they mistook serenity for guilt. With reckless words and raised weapons, they accused the faultless sage. In that moment, by the fire of their own anger, they were reduced to ashes, their bodies gone, their souls bound, unable to ascend. When King Sagara learned of this, his heart broke, yet no power of his could save them. Many years later, my grandfather Anshuman, gentle and wise, journeyed to that sacred place. He bowed before Kapila Dev, offering prayers in humility, and recovered the sacrificial horse. Seeing the ashes of his great uncles, he begged for their deliverance. Kapila Dev answered him with compassion. Only the waters of Mother Ganga, flowing from Sri Krishna's lotus feet, can purify their fate. Anshuman's son, my father, Dileepa, took up this sacred task. He prayed, he waited, but his life ended before Ganga would descend. And so, the burden fell to me. I could not turn away. I renounced comfort, crown, and rest. I stood, unmoving in penance, my breath thin, my body still, my heart fixed on one prayer. Let my ancestors be freed. Moved by my austerity, Mother Ganga appeared before me, vast as the sky, fierce as lightning, radiant with divine power. She said to me, if I fall upon the earth unchecked, she will shatter beneath my force. And if all the sins of mankind flow into me, who will bear that weight? I bowed and answered without hesitation, Lord Shiva will hold you upon his matted locks, and the sins of the impure will be dissolved by the devotion of the pure. Thus assured, I turn my prayers to Shiva, the great Ashutosha, who is easily pleased by sincere surrender. It is for this reason that I stand before you now, between heaven and earth, between past and future, telling this story. High upon Mount Kailash, Shiva danced in bliss with Parvati, the embodiment of compassion and strength. heard my earnest cry. Moved by my plea, Shiva appeared before me. With delight and reverence, he reflected, "To carry Ganga is my eternal joy. I long to bear upon my head the most sacred water in all creation, the water that washes the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, the river whose touch purifies the worlds." With great joy, he declared, "I shall receive Ganga upon my head." From the heavens, Ganga Devi descended, radiant, powerful, resplendent. Her torrents surged with the force of countless worlds, threatening to shatter the earth itself. Caught her mighty flood within his matted locks. There she flowed and circled, her pride humbled, her force restrained. I trembled. How would she deliver my ancestors? Would years and years of tapasya come to naught? Filled with longing, I prayed once more. Oh Lord, release her. Let her grace the earth. With a gentle smile, Shiva loosened a single lock of hair. From it, Ganga flowed forth, pure, life-giving, compassionate, following my chariot across the land. mighty waters caused destruction wherever she went, flooding entire communities and wreaking havoc. Her rushing waters disturbed the hermitage of the great sage Janu Muni. In righteous anger, he drank her waters entirely. The earth fell silent. Once again, I bowed in surrender, offering prayers to the sage. Moved by my sincerity of purpose, Janu Muni released Ganga from his ear, and thus she became known as Jahnavi. At last, Ganga reached the resting place of my ancestors. As her sacred waters touched their ashes, their bondage was broken, and their souls rose, purified and free. Thus, through devotion, perseverance, and divine grace, the impossible was made possible. Ganga flowed upon the earth. Shiva stood as her eternal guardian, and Parvati shone beside him, the silent strength behind cosmic compassion. Empties into oceans as she rests in the Achman cup, sanctified by mantra, and becomes the bathing water of the Lord. May Ganga's sacred descent cleanse our hearts. May devotion guide our steps. And may the grace of Ganga, Shiva, Parvati, and the Supreme Lord whose feet Ganga washes forever dance within us.
YouTube is taking us to a performance from 2 years ago. We did the Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stava because it's a song written by Lord Shiva. Some of you probably remember that. Thank you so much. Radhana, our beautiful Ganga. And Rasya, our beautiful Parvati. And of course, Lord Shiva himself. So as we usually do in a Margam, we always actually, even if it's not Shivaratri, we always have what's called a Shiva Padam. So I'd like to invite the dancers for Shiva Padam up on the stage. This is one of our favorites. It's called Anandanandamidam Rajane. So of course, Shiva is the Lord of Dance. And we know that he does the Tandava Nritya, right? The dance of destruction. But you know what? He's actually dancing all the time. And he's not usually doing a dance of destruction. He's doing an Ananda Tandava. He's doing a dance of joy because he's meditating on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Think about it. He's got Ganga on his head, which means he has the dust of Krishna's lotus feet on his head, which means he's constantly in ecstasy. So in this dance, he is definitely doing an Ananda Tandava. He's doing a joyful dance. And the meaning of the song, it's a Tamil song, Anandanandamidam Rajane, means that the Lord of Dance, Rajane, Raja is king, Nattamidam is dance, that the Lord of Dance is dancing with Ananda, with great joy. And this dance actually focuses on his role in creation. Again, we often think he's associated with destruction, and of course he is. But he's also the father of all living entities. He is the personified glance of the Supreme Lord that impregnates the earth. And who's the earth? The earth, of course, is Parvati, or Durga. So he is the father of everyone, which is the focus of this dance. And so we present Shiva's joyful Ananda Tandava, Ananda Natamidu Rajane.
is a golden temple. His left foot lifted, his right foot pressing down.
So Margams, they start with an invocation, they then go to items that focus on pure dance, they then go to storytelling. Like I said, they always have an item glorifying Lord Shiva. And then finally, it goes back to pure dance, only in a very complex and challenging way. My teacher calls Dalanas the joyous fantasy of pure dance. And this particular one has a prayer to Lord Shiva, in which the dancer prays to him to please empower her in her art as she offers it to the Supreme Lord. So this is a Hindolam Dalana. Any of you who are familiar with ragas, Hindolam is an all-time favorite. So it's a very, very, very beautiful Dalana. And we have quite a team doing it. We've got a whole bunch of our graduate students doing this dance. So I hope you enjoy it as much as they're enjoying dancing it. Hindolam Dalana. So can all of our dancers please come on the stage? Let's try to form two lines. Let's form two lines, please.